Make some extra room around the fire, boys. We got ourselves a guest. We got plenty of room here next to the fire. Care for some rabbit?
Friend, that sounds mighty fine. Much better than the salt pork and crackers I got this here haversack. Thank you, sir.
I'm Gant. This here's Roy and Dawson.
Glad to meet you, gents. My name's Kerm. Hey, say, have any of you fellas noticed a large creature hanging around this camp?
Shoot, old son. Only hair creature around this camp be old Dawson here. Feller look like a buffalo or some damn creature.
Oh, Roy just fooling about. We ain't seen nothing but pronghorn since we came upon the gas. What you hunting anyway?
Oh, been hunting a beast about 7, 8 foot tall. Smells like a skunk holed up in a pickle barrel mid-July heat. This beast is responsible for many deaths along the Gast. Just doing my part to help tame the West.
Sounds like he ain't gonna be too hard to find. He's as you described.
Once again, I believe you be referring to old Dawson here.
Ain't funny, you stupid son of a bitch. Besides, I got this here wonder elixir formulated for gastrointestinal issues. It's gonna be beer and Skittles for you.
Hell, old son. It's called laying off the beans.
Ain't nothing wrong with eating legumes. Telling you, a diet rich in legumes and a flask full of whiskey will make a man more adept at handling his fair share of top shelf horrors than you never imagined.
I bet you got a whole stable full of left-handed wives.
Like licking butter off a knife.
So, you hunting some big damn creature all by yourself? No companions?
Yeah, you boys sitting on over there. Box full of bullion? Y'all been guarding that shit since I arrived like a prize whore with a pussy made of gold.
Hell, son. How about we show you what's in the box for some recollection of your travels?
Suppose that sounds like a fair deal. Well, boys, my travels began after the war. I was a cavalryman. Rode with General Buford through South Mountain, Gettysburg. Bless his soul. Anyway, I got captured late in the war, and after the war was over, I found myself heading west. Heard many folks say, follow the gas and you'll be rich at last. Except there was always a calling inside me. I could always sense a presence out along the gas, more importantly, following riches. See, there seemed to be a demon out there that needed reckoning with. This creature would be like a shadow, flash amongst campfires. The sense of being scouted upon by ungodly creature. Yes, boys, I was chasing a beast that lives amongst us.
Do go on, friend.
I got involved in a mining outfit out this way. First real position after the war was lead scout for them. I led a small group of men. We'd always be about 3-4 miles up ahead from the main body, checking the lay of the land, reporting back if there's anything suspicious like savages, looters, outlaws, what have you. And we'd be paying for gold. Testing locations, trying to find the main payload vein along this stretch of the gas.
Oh damn, look at this nugget.
What you got there, Scooter?
Shoot, damn nugget the size of...
Well, spit it out, boy. What you got?
Size of a 45 slug.
Well, let me see. Oh, it's not bad. Seen some bigger, but it's adequate enough. Anybody got anything else? You. What's your name again?
Name's Eric, except I spells it with a D.
So he spells it like Derek.
More or less.
Well, then why the hell do you go by Eric?
Well, I was Derek. Now I'm Eric.
Will someone please explain to me what the hell's going on?
Well, you see his name is Derek, but one time He put a load pistol in front of his britches. Thing went off. He ain't been the same since.
So that right, boy? Your deal is Derek.
Well, more or less.
But damn it, what you got?
Got me a pan full of gold.
Well, let me see it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, boys. I think we hit the mother lode. Woo-hoo! So we scouted this part of the gas for a few hours. A little offshoot branch. It's probably just a couple hundred yards removed from the main stretch of the gas. We've kept on getting pans full of gold. It began to get late in the day, and I started getting a creeping sensation that we were being stalked. I kept an eye out. Figured it might have been just a couple savage scouts about. All I know, I couldn't see them, I couldn't hear them, but I sure as hell could smell them. Smelled like a damn skunk holed up in a pickle barrel mid-July heat. I could tell it was wafting across the gas because he was downwind from that direction. I decided that we needed to get on the other side of the gas and locate whatever it was. So I ordered the men to cross the gas. And one of the fellows I was with, he looked back at me and said, "If all your brains are dynamite, there wouldn't be enough to blow your nose. Crossing the gas is a fool's errand. Damn near suicidal too."
If all your brains was dynamite, you wouldn't have enough to blow your nose. Crossing the gas is a fool's errand. Damn near suicidal too.
You boys been smelling that, right?
Yeah, I smell something all right. It's mighty pungent too.
Well, last time I smelt this smell, something bad happened. You boys keep a lookout.
Smells like it's coming from across the river. Maybe just on the other side of the hill.
Kerm, what happened last time you smelt this smell?
Death. Death is what happened last time I smelt this smell. Saw big damn creatures crushing the living life out of my friend. That's something you don't want to mess with. Now I reckon we get on the other side, keep it from getting betwixt us and the main body. If that happens, no telling what horror's being in store for us then.
You want us to ford the Gast?
Friend, right now, the gas is the least of our concerns.
I understand your point, Kerm, but you don't just simply waltz across the gas.
Kerm's right. We get cut off from the main group, it was as good as dead. Cavalry ain't coming from that direction. There's nothing that way for miles. We'd have nowhere to go.
Well, what'd y'all do? What happened?
We forded the Gast.
Friend, I think you're making it out to be a little tougher than it actually is.
They were all dead, all except one. We was crossing the Gast in the middle of a storm. It was the middle of the night. Them undercurrents could be pure hell. That's when I seen them, standing over there calmly on the other shores of the Gast. It was the monster. He was big, hairy, looking strong as an ox. He was staring right back at me. The next second I looked at him, he was gone. When daylight come, I had a chance to look at the damage. Bodies everywhere. Gold is gone. I immediately searched for survivors. Here, you all right? Oh, come on, Ricky. Be with me, Ricky. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky. Ricky! Ricky! You son of a bitch.
Now don't you worry about that box. I told you we'd show you. That sure was one hell of a story you told for us. I reckon you probably could have got that monster if it weren't for the treacherous Gast.
Well, I probably could have got him that night. But he showed up again a couple months later, caused an even bigger tragedy.
What bigger tragedy? Did the damn beast burn down all the brothels around here?
Oh no. I crossed paths with him again at a saloon, Barnes Landing. I was inspecting a couple of mining operations out that way when a familiar smell kept me away from my task at hand.
So you're saying you used to be a lawman?
That's right. I used to be a lawyer. Practiced for a few years.
A lawman ain't the same as a lawyer, you idiot.
How you reckon? I litigate against men accused of breaking the law. Therefore, I am a lawman.
A lawman is a sheriff or a marshal.
Look at the word lawman. It's someone that deals with the law, and my job was in the law, and I am a man.
The latter's debatable.
Keeping something like that, I'd introduce Mr. Derringer here.
Then perhaps I will oblige him with an audience with Mr. Cole.
How about I?
Listen here, fellers. Why don't you get it over with, go outside, and measure each other's barrels already?
Now listen here, Missy. I ain't gonna take this shit from you.
Let's get out of here.
Agreed.
Wait! Fellers! You forgot something!
Hi, sir. Why don't you give me a beer? Why, yeah, give me a whiskey too. Yeah, wash it down. Thank you, sir. Ooh, that's some smooth whiskey. Made here in town?
Sure is, close by. Only the finest here in Barnes Landing. Stiegel Brothers, they got an operation not too far downwind from here.
Must be the crystal clear wires of the gas. Fresh as these spots for sure.
Sure, feller, if you say so.
Man, I'll take another shot. Make a whiskey on it this time. Forget the beer. You know, one time I found the source of the gas, headwaters as they say. You know, it's just a small little pond, about 3 days ride from here. Well, more of a puddle than a lake, I guess you'd say. It's quite surprising. I mean, something so small produces something so mighty.
You talking about that little stream outside of town? I forgot it had a name. Gast, you say, huh? I believe I've never heard it referenced as mighty.
Stream? No, friend. I don't know what body of water you're referencing to. Mighty's putting it lightly. I've known many good men lose their lives on the gas. Can't just ford it any time and place. Hell, gotta wait for the right conditions. Even then, good luck to you.
Yeah, fording could be a challenge. You ever sail the Gast?
Sail? Hell, friend! Sailing the gas is a whole different story. Once sailed a small boat down to the falls. Lost a few good barrels of whiskey that day, my friend. Whew. Them rapids be narrow and dangerous as I've ever laid my eyes on. No, sir. You do not want to sail that treacherous body of water. Best heed my warning, stick to the banks. What is they can be.
You bet I will, friend. You bet I will.
Hey, why don't you play something fancy?
Something fancy? What the hell do you mean?
Listen here, feller. I've had myself one hell of a day. When I say play something fancy, I mean play something fancy.
Now look here, partner. We don't want no trouble. Can't have you bringing any sort of violence into this here saloon. So you can either sit back down, get yourself another whiskey, or you best be gone.
You smell something? You smell something?
Seems like everywhere I go today, I'm stepping in bullshit.
Oh, we're at a horse range today?
What are you, fucking idiot? The hell you want?
I reckon it wasn't nothing. Probably just something in the wind. Now play something fancy. Say, where's what's her name? You know, the working lady that's always up in here.
I haven't seen her since. Must have been Tuesday.
It's goddamn Friday now.
I guess I hadn't thought about it. It is a bit strange for her to go so long without making an appearance. Last I saw her, well, was that you that she left with on Tuesday?
You guys be confused with someone else, friend. I smell it again. You smell that?
I don't smell nothing.
One of them fellas back there. He had some crazy eyes, I'm telling you. And come to think of it, he had something in his pocket. Shit, that was her handkerchief. And some bitches got it!
I think I remember hearing about some saloon that burnt down in Barnes Landing. Well, was this the same place?
Sure is. Happened that night I was there.
So, you reckon the fellers playing poker took your woman? What happened next?
I rushed in the room behind the curtain. You know, the one the fellers were playing poker behind. The fellers were caught off guard by me rushing in so suddenly. I looked around and I saw the monster standing in the corner.
What the hell seems to be your problem, buddy?
It was no surprise to me. I could smell him on a good day from a mile away. But today, that smell was mighty strong.
Woo! Yeah, work him over. Give me on howdy do.
Apparently, when I bumped table chasing after the monster, I exposed that one of the men had been cheating.
You cheating son of a bitch!
The other gents didn't take too kindly to it. So naturally, fight erupted.
Yeah, Colt's definitely a bigger gun, but Derringer's a far superior weapon. How you reckon? Well, for one, the Derringer's a lighter weapon. And two, doesn't matter on the size of the gun. All depends on the man pulling the trigger.
You're a lawman? Do something!
What do you mean? I'm just the Lord. Let's get out of here.
Agreed!
Fist with the pistol attached come out of nowhere. Struck me right on the head. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in a pile of dry firewood next to the blazing fire. It's amazing I didn't burn to death.
Say, something about you reminds me of someone. You said you were captured late in the war. Were you at the Andersonville prison camp?
I was, sir. It's pure hell. Why you ask?
It is you. Damn. You used to run with the regulators in camp. I remember you fiercely fighting back against the raiders. You had quite the reputation, as I recollect. Whatever got you amongst their ranks?
I arrived at that damn place spring of '64, along with a couple of men from my company. All we had was what we carried in on our backs. There were no barracks, just the rubber ponchos that we used as shelter. And as y'all well aware, the camp had raiders. and they like to prey on us fresh fish. One night, I woke to a ruckus in my shelter. I was being punched, kicked. I turned over and was just in time to see my friend Henry Masters get his brains bashed in by this giant, shadowy monster. Henry did not survive. And from that point on, I swore vengeance upon that large, shadowy figure.
Sir, you helped bring those men to trial and justice. Brought some of those men to the gallows. What I can't understand is how you went from a man of justice to a man who leaves nothing but a path of death and destruction behind him. Like a one-man mutiny against society.
Beg your pardon, sir?
You know damn well what Roy is alluding to here, boy. Don't play dumb.
I ain't never left no trail of death and destruction. I'm telling you, I'm following behind it. I'm not causing it. I'm trying to stop it.
Well, what I got here, a wanted poster telling quite a different story. Now I've heard eyewitness accounts from survivors of your many massacres, all accrediting them to you. You made all them damn stories up. You ain't chasing no monster. You are the monster. Now I might believe you really think you's a seeing some sort of monster, but let me tell you, son, that monster you've been chasing, well, he don't exist. At least not in the way you see him. Let me tell you what really happened in those two stories you spun for us. Starting with the second fable. You were in the saloon, just like you said. I reckon your dealings with the bartender don't seem too far-fetched, and I know nothing about the boys and their peckers. The tragedy was different, my friend.
Them some bitches, they got him! Where's he at? What you want, boy? The monster, he's working with him, ain't you?
Those men were dead before you torched the place. This is the part I know for sure happened. Eyewitness accounts, see?
I ain't got no quarrels with you, sir.
Stay back, or I'll shoot.
Nah, just take it easy. Just take it easy. I ain't gonna hurt you. That's some mighty fine whiskey you got there. Count on me being back for more. You keep your eye out for that monster. He's around here somewhere.
Now, I don't know if you saw that monster out there, but I believe you think you did. You as delusional as they come, calling a little stream a mighty river. And I bet that poor girl the bartender was talking about, I think you killed her after you had your way with her. He was right. Was you leaving with her that Tuesday, wasn't it? Fine. Don't answer. Just shows your guilt. Now for that other yarn you spun for us. Ain't nothing what I ever heard. I heard the tale of some stranger fitting your description, entering a camp full of fellers, panning for gold out there on the Gast.
Yeah, remind this sumbitch what really happened.
Hold on to your goddamn britches. Now, as I was alluding to, you came across a group of men in a little stream, panning for gold. You watched as these men began pulling a great mountain nugget from that there stream you talk about. And you waited for the right time to ambush, stalking them like they was wild beasts. The men began partaking too heavily in a bottle of spirits as they celebrated each pan that brought them fortune. You came upon them from out of the sun, shooting them down like lame horses. then made way with a nice little fortune of gold. Even stopping to take a dead man's gold watch as his lifeless corpse floated down past you.
Yeah, we know you don't work for no mining outfit around here. Talk to all the esteemed gentlemen who run those outfits. Ain't a damn one of them ever known a man that fits your description to work for them.
The good scout knows how to cover his tracks, Mr. Kerm. Hell, I bet you was never in the cavalry to begin with.
You best be taking that back, you fucking son of a bitch. I can easily change your mind with a slug to the head from here if you want.
I think you've been chasing that monster all over the West, up and down the mighty Gast, as you call it. The more he's on your mind, the more you see him in the minds of men. You can see him in their eyes. He's the evil that lurks within us all, I suppose. The bedevilment that drives so many men's greed. You said earlier you were helping to tame the West? How you reckon on doing so when you can't even tame yourself?
Boys never showed me what was in that box.
Oh, now that's the big surprise. Fellers?
It's empty.
That's where we're gonna put the head of the monster. Ain't that right, Gant?
I've got to give you some credit. You're right. That monster does live. Yes, sir. Not something you can see, though. Something your other senses might pick up on. You get that smell of him you keep telling me about, whereas I can hear him. And he howls a wretched tune. I can hear him when I close my eyes. Some fellers think that ringing in their ears is the fact someone else is thinking about them. No, sir. That's the faintest howl of the monster within. You know, son, I think I can hear him now, beckoning me to kill you, telling me to take my reward.
You mind if I have a cigar first? I was going to save it for a special occasion. I was going to have it when I got the monster. But I suppose death is good enough occasion as any.
With your death, you'll finally get that monster. I suppose this is an appropriate time for celebration.
You boys think it's going to be that easy, huh? That monster's mighty. He ain't going to go down without a fight. I've been tracking him down for years. Look where it's got me now.
Well, we've heard that term before, haven't we? Mighty. Suppose the monster's about as mighty as that big river over there, ain't it? And you gonna smoke that cigar?
Can I get a light from you? You know, fellers, y'all make me out to be one hell of a man. Faced with such accusations, one might look deep into one's soul and ask, am I such a man? Now there are men capable of such misdeeds. I calculate as much. However, knowing such men could exist as monsters, one could surmise that the real monsters are the ones that impregnate those ideals into men with innocent but feeble minds.
Them's mighty fancy words you speak.
Where do you suppose you fit in, feller?
Well, I believe you ought to be the latter. The deceiver! I do what I do. You know how it is. Good scout knows how to cover his tracks. Ain't that right, Dawson? Well, ain't that what you suppose I'm doing now? You boys thought you had me. I knew you were following me for days. Chasing your monsters, I was chasing mine. If you had yourself a looking glass, You just seen the monster for yourself. No matter, you ain't gonna get your reward now. I'm gonna keep searching for him. Yeah, he's out there alright, because I can sure as hell smell him. How's your hearing, Gant? You hear the sound of him, do you? Howling that wretched tune right about now? Yep. I suppose the best thing we could do is try to stay out of each other's way. Sorry about you and your friends. I truly am, sir. I best be on my way. Send for help when I get to the next town. Good luck to you, sir.